Steve Gamache here with a Chef Knives to Go quick look product video, this time on the Tanaka Kurouchi Nakiri 165mm knife. This line of knives from Tanaka-san has a core steel of Shirogami or blue paper number 2 carbon steel, and the heat treat rating is 62 to 63 Rockwell on this. The construction is a reactive iron cladding with a Kurouchi blacksmith rustic finish over the top of that blue number 2 core. So it is a completely reactive blade. The weight on this is 158 grams or about 5.6 ounces, so kind of just the middle weight. The blade length is 6.5 inches, 165, and the overall length is about 12.25 inches. The spine at the base for a hand-hammered knife is kind of a fairly thin spine at about 2.75 millimeter, and it pretty much keeps most of that down towards the end of the blade, as a lot of these do. The blade height at the base is 49, so this is kind of a medium, slightly not as tall as some, but kind of a medium height Nakiri. And the handle type is just a basic oval ambidextrous hoe wood plastic ferrule handle, nothing fancy, but it works. And the handle circumference is about 3 inches, so pretty standard size handle. So it has a nice feel in your hand. The fit and finish on this is actually pretty good. I'd say you might want to put a little sandpaper on this edge if that bothers you, but the spine's pretty nicely done. The blade's pretty flat. It's nicely hammered and finished off. You've got a pretty flat Nakiri profile with a slight, just a slight sweep towards the tip area, and you've got a nice rounded tip where you could do a little bit of rocking if you wanted to. The out-of-the-box edge on this was so-so. It's okay. I went ahead and, being a carbon steel, these are pretty easy to sharpen compared to a lot of steel, so I went ahead and put this on some stones. And I'm not the world's greatest sharpener. I'm still learning freehanding, but I think it's the flat profile of the blade. I got a really nice edge on this, and kind of a little breakthrough in my sharpening skills on this, but could be it's just making me a better sharpener than I am because of the profile and the great steel. But this sharpened wonderfully well and took a great, super sharp edge on it. So that's the cool thing about carbon steel. It's great to sharpen. The let's see, the balance point on this is right about here, so just in front of a pinch grip, pretty close to pinch grip actually. And this has nice hand-chiseled kanji on it as well, and some stamped kanji on the other side. The grind on this is very nice. It's a little hard sometimes to tell exactly the grind on these because they're hand-done, and sometimes the grind is a little different back towards the heel than the tip and so on. But it's actually got a pretty thin grind to it, and it's not super thin behind the edge, but it's not bad. And performance is quite good on this, especially after I sharpened this. It did quite well. So if you want to get into a nice entry-level Kurouchi carbon knife and you're interested in playing around with Nakiris a little bit, this might be a really cool choice for you. So there you have the Tanaka Kurouchi Nakiri 165mm.